Hey everyone, welcome to 5 More Minutes, the show where two friends relive their childhoods, or in some cases, learn about everything they missed out on. I'm Kendra.
And I'm Scott.
Hell
And I don't
yeah.
I don't think we talked about who's bringing jokes this
Well, I
week.
have some open from that auction again. It always
Oh,
sends them
nice.
like half hour before we record.
Perfect.
And it also sent one Friday at 6:25 a.m. I don't know.
Okay.
So I've got two. I had a dream I was a muffler last night. Woke up exhausted.
Ah, that's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
card joke.
How do you tell if a vampire is sick?
I don't know.
See if it's coughing.
Uh, See if it's coughing.
Hell yeah.
Vampires even get sick? Is that lore?
I don't know. Maybe if they don't have enough blood,
They wither away.
they get like the pukes or something.
The pukes. Yeah.
Can vampires get sick? Vampires can drink blood from anywhere and anyone without fear of contracting blood-borne illnesses. Can vampires get STDs? That's a question on Quora.
The horny people want to know.
The best answer? Wait. Is this the best answer? It says real vampires cannot because real vampires don't exist.
Well, then they're not real.
Fictional vampires abide by whatever rules their creators set. In some instances, they are impervious to any sort of diseases, as they are magical undead creatures. In other instances, they may be a race of near humans, humans altered by some sort of disease, or otherwise able to contract diseases, which could potentially include STDs if the writer so chooses.
All about the will of the writer.
And then another answer says real ones can, folklore ones cannot.
Oh, okay. Again, real in some sense, I guess.
Yeah.
The real vampire.
Anyways, how's your arm?
It's better than it was. I will say nerve blocks are pretty awesome. So
yeah.
The actual day of the surgery, I didn't feel like anything. My whole arm was numb, like even down to my fingers.
It sounds kind of gross, honestly.
Well, it was better than the alternative. And it was like parts of like my neck I could poke that would just be like totally numb. So that was a little weird. But then the day after sucked. And I probably took, their prescription is for a lot of hydros. And I took like what was recommended is like 2 every 4 hours if you're in pain. And by the end of the day, I just felt like garbage. So I started weaning down from there. And the pain's not too bad today. I take one like every 6 hours now.
Improvement.
Yeah, improvement. And I have to take it out and I do like these dangly arm exercises where I like let it swing around a little bit. The first day I did that really sucked. But yeah.
Is it kind of like a floppy dick?
I guess kind of. There's probably a little more substance to an arm, but yeah, if it makes you visualize it better, I guess.
I don't know. Just when you were talking about flopping it around, that's just where my nog went, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. Sleeping does suck though. I mean, if we had one of those fancy beds that did like all the reclining stuff, that would probably be nice. But I'm just like in the corner of the couch and trying to prop up. It doesn't always work.
You're sleeping in the corner of the couch?
Mm-hmm. Like, in the corner of the section, also my back's up on one side and just stretched out.
Mm-hmm. How's that make you feel?
Not great. Usually it does hurt the worst in the morning. So I don't know if I like mess it up tonight somehow, but who knows?
Do you have any car updates?
As far as the new one or the one I have right now?
Either or.
Well, a guy actually did all the loan paperwork for one on mine, for the one I have right now. And if everything works out, he's getting it Saturday.
Nice.
Yep. And then I checked in on the other one because I was like, hey, I will officially not have a car pretty quick here. And I probably won't be driving for at least another week or so. But after that, I don't have a ton of access. And he's like, oh, I haven't really heard anything yet. But apparently the next quote unquote allocation happens in a few days. So
you could always walk to work.
Yeah, I honestly might do that next week because I have meetings I need to go to.
Yeah.
And that's what have to happen. So
I mean, you can get your fitness in,
Yeah, because that's all. Get this cast all like sweaty and gross. This big old pillow cast. I guess you can't really see it, but it's like,
oh,
yeah,
that's a cute pose you just did.
Yeah, it's like a full block on me here, so it's been interesting. Yeah. Oh, what about your weekend? What did you end up doing? Because I did nothing.
I hiked Badger and Candy Mountain, and I went shopping. Probably shouldn't have spent a lot of money this month.
Nice.
It was all right. I wore my new shoes today to our 3-hour PLC, and they're pretty comfy. I have one pair of tall socks that actually like stays up good and are a neutral color. They're flash socks, but they're black and gray. So I have a hard time because my calves are kind of big, and they kind of look funny when I wear shorts, I think, because of my calves.
Yeah.
I don't think I can ever change that, though. I'm pretty sure it's just genetically the size they are. But
yeah, and it's probably just more of you noticing more than anyone else would. So
yeah, that's what everyone always says.
Yeah.
They're pretty comfortable, though. I think they're going to be my Friday shoes because we're supposed to wear purple on Fridays. So
nice.
Yeah.
Kick it on Friday.
Hell yeah.
I need to start selling some of these. I think I've got 30 for sale right now.
30?
I think so, yeah.
Jesus, man.
I think I have 30. Well, that might be eBay listing. So there's probably only 25 pairs of shoes because I have a few other random things on there.
I see. That's a lot.
So if anyone listening wants some shoes.
I'm not super excited because I have a training from 8 to 4:15 tomorrow, and then I have to edit this when I get home.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun.
And on Thursday, it's from 8 to 4:45, and it's one of those like required district-wide ones for like Avid. It's probably going to be really stupid, and we're probably going to have to do things with people. And then next week, I have stuff like every day.
I have like my first like semi-full day back at work tomorrow. So that'll be interesting. I'm just going to work from home though.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. So did you end up getting on Discord or anything? I think it was pretty dead.
No, I did not.
I was just laying around. I watched so much stuff the past few days. So I watched I Just Killed My Dad. That's a new one on Netflix.
Yeah, I kept seeing an advertisement for that.
Watched that. Shine and I watched the documentary Keep Sweet.
Oh, I watched that.
I feel like we watched the Woodstock 99 documentary, which is pretty wild. So been into all kinds of documentaries. I finished the Wheel of Time series on Amazon. So
I keep forgetting about all the Amazon shows I'm watching, which I haven't watched any of them in like 6 months.
There doesn't seem to be a whole lot on Amazon, really.
I think a podcast that I listened to had covered that FLDS. And I don't know if it was, and that's why we drink. Kind of don't think so, but I listened to like some Parcast ones that was on cults. So I'm thinking maybe it was that one.
Probably. It was very culty.
Yeah.
All these things I like didn't really know about that didn't even happen that long ago,
Yeah, I had like heard of it before.
Cheyenne remembers like some of the later news stories ran on it.
Yeah. I also was like went down a deep dive of the ex-Mormon subreddit and just searched like FLDS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know how that like popped up as like a recommended subreddit once, like based on other things I'm in for some reason. But then since I clicked on it, it'll show up every once in a while. Like I'm not subscribed to it or whatever, but it'll just like pop up. Same thing with DoorDash. One time it popped up the DoorDash one, and it's for like Dashers. And I like clicked on it because I was like, wow, these people who order food are absolutely ridiculous to the Dashers. And so now it like recommends them to me all the time.
Yeah, I guess for those people that don't know this documentary, it was like some weird, culty offshoot of Mormonism. But
I looked that up, and it actually is more like it's called Fundamental LDS, and it actually is like closer to what the original Mormon teachings were by Joseph Smith. Right. So it's like the normal LDS is a more like socially acceptable one.
Because they made all those like rules to be socially acceptable, but the other people, these FLDS are like, nah, we're not following the new rules or whatever.
Yeah, and that like temple at the ranch, that's like sketchy AF with like the sex bed.
Oh my God. Yeah, and so if you haven't watched that, go watch it. But this super creepy old guy that they claim to be a prophet, and he was getting like 70 wives. He was getting like 19-year-old girls when he was like 85 years old. That was so gross.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, yeah.
And he like kicked out all the guys who seemed like they would have like done anything about it also.
Yeah, he's like, is this guy somewhat smart, fairly physical? Is he going to steal a wife that I could potentially have? Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so creepy stuff. But yeah, so I watched a lot of stuff. It's been a good time.
Yeah. Also, just one more thing is that like the dad, Rulon or whatever, also not super great, but the son definitely took it up like 5 steps, I feel like.
Yeah, that's on way worse. Way worse. That guy was a creep.
Yeah.
He's just getting like so much money to just go like screw around while police investigated him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
And he looks creepy too in all of his pictures, especially the ones with like the big thick glasses. And then he's just wearing like a super starched shirt.
And his teeth are so jacked. Like, did they not believe in brushing their teeth in that? At least him and his father. Boy, his teeth were whack. Every time he smiled, it was like, ooh.
Could have had genetically bad teeth too.
Probably did, because I think his father did not
like have a great mouth. That's why I had so many cavities, because like I brushed my teeth and flossed and stuff so much, and I have cavities in like almost all of my molars.
Yeah,
because like my mom like genetically has like bad teeth.
Mm-hmm. It's a rough time.
Really depressing. Anyways, we're off to a super fun start here.
Yeah. Documentaries.
Hell yeah. And I will say that I did watch all 3 of these episodes twice, but I feel like I just can't pay attention to anime or something. Like
I feel like you can't pay attention to most things that
I can pay attention to like really intense like documentaries and like murder shows and like the umbrella, like dark shows, magical shows. Like I feel like some of the other anime I watched, I like retained a little bit better, but I don't know like what it is.
Kendra has problems with attention.
Yeah. Last week I watched this show called The Chair with Sandra Oh in it. It's about the chair of an English department. It's only 6 episodes long and they didn't renew it and I'm sad.
You're just picking the wrong shows to watch, I guess.
It's actually pretty like accurate too. I like texted Jody and I was like, "Have you watched this show?" And she's like, "No, I refuse to." But from what I heard, it's like pretty accurate. And I was like, wow. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
The show we were watching that Kendra had a hard time paying attention to, which was also by Jackie's request, that we cover One Piece, and we watched the first 3 episodes of it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I actually watched a couple extra just because I was,
I started episode 4 and then was like, wait, I shouldn't do that.
You're like, I'm gonna get these confused.
Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah. I was just laying around anyway, so I was like, we'll just watch a few more. So
hell yeah.
That's pretty good. I guess I have some basic information before we talk about the episodes in general. So the manga One Piece is created by, I hope I say this right, Eiichiro Oda, who was born on January 1st of 1975. And I mean, the numbers that he has just from One Piece is insane. So One Piece has sold more than 516 million copies through its life. And it is both the best-selling manga in history and the best-selling comic series printed in volume, which makes Oda one of the best-selling fiction authors. So that's pretty fun.
There's like over 1,000 episodes.
There is, and it's still going.
Yeah, this is bonkers.
Yeah. And I don't know how long he plans to go. Based on some of the things I've read, like previous quotes from a few years back, he said he was kind of planning on wrapping in like 24, 25. So in a few years, but I don't know if that's changed because from interviews that I've read, it sounds like he originally meant to end it a long time ago and he like has the ending planned, but he was having so much fun writing it that he just like, I'm not ready yet. We're just going to keep it going. So, yeah, I mean, it is the longest running anime series out there. I don't know if any other one is going to get that far. It's crazy. So he did some various things, but obviously this is his big deal. He's been working in like the manga anime field at like Shonen Jump since he was like 17 years old though. So he's been there for pretty much forever.
How do you do that?
He became like an intern. He was an assistant manga artist and assistant on a series Suizan Police Gang, and then moving to Jungle King Tarchan. So he was on like a whole bunch of random things as assistants, and he kind of worked his way up. Oh, interesting. He also helped create the character Hanjo Kamatari, who appears in Rurouni Kenshin, which I've watched. So I didn't know.
I don't know any of those words you just said, but
are you speaking English right now?
Yeah.
No. And he does have some quotes that he knew by like age 4 that he wanted to be a manga artist because he wanted to avoid quote unquote a real job. So he pretty much just dedicated everything to go in here and he made it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
What else can we touch on? So, okay, yeah. So, and this one, interestingly, I think I might have mentioned this before when I was talking about Dragon Ball, but this is also roughly inspired by that old tale, Journey to the West. Mm-hmm. The old Japanese tale about like the little monkey child that goes on the big adventure.
Something else?
Dragon Ball was as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So those are both. So they have a lot of parallels as far as, I guess, what they are based on. And Oda has claimed that Dragon Ball is one of his favorite animes too, and mangas. So he got a lot of inspiration from that.
Wait, when did you talk to the dealership?
Today.
Oh, because it says that the allocation dates for Toyota are the 15th and 29th of each month.
So maybe he meant the 29th one coming up.
Yeah. Interjected because I got sidetracked.
Interjects.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So man, I feel like there's like so much information that we could probably go over. But I guess the big takeaways are obviously this is an insane media franchise, full run anime, full run manga, merch. There are 1 original video animation and 13 television movies. So tons of movies as well.
On One Piece or the guy?
Yes, One Piece. Okay.
I got confused in my interjection of Toyota stuff.
Yeah. Fun fact, One Piece has set the Guinness World Record for the most copies published for the same comic book series by a single author. So that, if anyone's gunning for that, good luck. You're going to have a ways to go. And then, yeah, I guess just the general synopsis is of One Piece is we're talking pirates, you know.
Arrgh, matey. Mm-hmm.
So did you glean enough from the episode to like know what they're trying to do or what our main
character's trying to get the One Piece? Right. And there's a Captain Morgan, and I didn't like that.
Apparently, there's a lot of like references to names like that or like actual pirates. I guess there's like a character later on, some variation of Edward Teach, who was Blackbeard. So real pirate inspiration is through there as well. But yeah, we focus on our main character, who is Monkey D. Luffy, which is a name I'm sure Kendra is all about.
Mm-hmm. What?
Nothing.
Oh.
Yeah. And what's special? I guess what'd you think of the first episode? That's kind of where we met our original character. We're introduced to all this piracy things going on. What did you think?
I mean, there's just a lot going on in all of them because it's all kind of running together. But there's like Marines and like the Zorro guy, and it's just like he's just like on a boat. I don't know.
Okay, you listed 3 things. That's a lot of things. There are pirates, Marines, and Zorro. Wow.
Yeah, that's the most important things, I think.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know.
So it's kind of told that since everyone is looking for this famed treasure,
mm-hmm.
that basically piracy is at an all-time high, and it's like the cool thing to be a pirate and go look for it right now.
Mm-hmm. But also, I really don't understand why his name is that.
Why his name is
Monkey D. Luffy.
Luffy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he just goes by Luffy. I mean, why is anyone's name any of our names?
And how come his dad has a different name? Monkey D. Dragon?
Well, you're getting way too far down the line.
I know. I clicked on the character and it just gave me a history.
Well, in Japan, their names are backwards, so they share the monkey. They don't share the back part.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why he goes by Luffy.
LOL JK.
Yeah.
That means his dad's name was Dragon?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hardcore, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Named Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So this big treasure is known as the One Piece, and it was left by Gold D. Rogers, who was the previous deceased king of pirates. And it is revealed that Luffy would like to be the next king of pirates. That is his goal.
Who wouldn't, honestly?
Exactly. And I mean, I think that's kind of the theme of the whole show. They're like, of course you want to be. Everyone wants to be. Why are you so special?
Mm-hmm.
But
also, I was confused by that purple-haired kid, pink-haired kid.
What's confusing about it?
Just like his style.
His style? That's the part you're going to question all of it?
Yeah, like the middle part, bangs, round glasses. I don't know.
I mean, he's like a young dude. He's going through some things, you know?
But why is he on the ship?
Oh, well, you definitely didn't pay too much attention.
Well, he's just like... Well, no, but I mean, like, what he's like, he like does stuff for that one person.
Right.
Yeah.
So why is he on what ship?
Like, how did he get there?
So he originally wanted to be a Marine. This is Kobe we're talking about. His name's Kobe. Mm-hmm. And he became a cabin boy. That's what they were calling him. Mm-hmm. For, was it Alvida or Alvira? Something like that. Alvida, who's this big, nasty pirate lady. Mm-hmm. But in one of his flashbacks, it shows he's like, he really wanted to be a Marine. And he thought that he was going onto a boat to go like interview for being a Marine. And it turned out he accidentally got onto like a pirate's crew boat, and then he was too afraid to leave. And they pretty much just kept him there. And he's like an enslaved little cabin boy.
I knew that.
Sure. So that's why he was there. And we are introduced to Luffy, who happened to be floating in a barrel in the middle of the ocean, happens to get picked up by a passenger ship that is then raided by pirates. So the pirates are on board, stealing everything. But then Luffy is able to kind of come break up the fighting, the piracy, even though he himself is a pirate, which he makes very clear. And yeah, that's kind of how we're introduced to him. So what are some of the interesting things about Luffy that you found?
I mean, he seemed kind of whiny. Oh, Luffy, not Kobe. Okay, we switched back. I was gonna say he seemed kind of whiny. Mm-hmm. What did I notice about him?
Yeah.
He seems very bold.
Very bold. Yeah. He seems to not beat around the bush. He'll tell you the truth. He doesn't really care what you think, and he's like strong. And he has a weird ability, which is...
I did see that, but I don't remember what it was. I feel like it was kind of like magical or something. Like he do something really, or his arm, right?
It's not just his arm.
His limbs. He's like the stretchy guy.
Yeah, he's a rubber man.
Yeah.
So he can stretch and contort any part of his body. It's not just his limbs.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do with that info what you will.
Yeah.
But it is revealed that he is not a normal pirate, and he has apparently attained powers from eating what the other folks are alleging to be a devil fruit. And I don't know if you caught what those are.
The fruit?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Yeah, devil fruit specifically. are these rumored mythical fruit that if the person eats it, they will be bestowed with, mystical, crazy powers, nothing within the realm of normal reality for this world. They can cause tsunamis, they can cause lightning, they can stretch forever like a rubber person. So he has eaten one of those, and that's why he is.
So just anyone who eats one of those, that happens to?
Yep. And you don't know.
So is there just like a bunch of those people in the world, or what?
Later on, yes. There gets to be. I think once you get to like episode 4 or 5, you find the first other one you run into. So there are many other ones out there. But he has eaten one of those, and that's why he ate the gum fruit, which is why he's all stretchy.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. So after he gets Kobe out of this situation with the passenger ship, they're able to steal a vessel. And Luffy obviously defeats the giant, fat lady pirate who was very insulted by him when he said, "Hey, who's this fat lady?" She was made everyone call her the most beautiful pirate on the seas or something like that.
But he's just very like, what's that word when someone just like tells the truth?
Honest.
Well, no, but like a different word. Like they don't care about how the person feels. Yeah, blunt. Sure.
Yeah. He's quite blunt. Just saying, he tells Kobe a whole bunch of things like, "I hate people like you." And like, "Oh, why did you hit me? I felt like it," that kind of thing. He's kind of got a little bit of Goku qualities in there. Goku doesn't really have a filter, so they kind of relate on that level.
He's not a bad dad, at least not yet.
No. And I'm assuming Luffy's a lot smarter than Goku is, to be honest. I mean, Goku's really only smart in fighting, and that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're able to get out of that situation, defeat the first pirate, and that's all kind of the first episode. And then him and Kobe are going off. And do you remember what their next goal was after? They're sailing for the next location. What do they need to do now?
You know that I watched this twice.
I don't know. From what I've seen, I don't know.
And I finished watching it at like 3:15 the second time. Like I just watched it like a few hours ago. So what are they doing next?
What are they doing next? They're going to find the only other person you mentioned in your description.
I don't understand. It just quit and started installing an update.
Presume?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Hopefully it's not too hard to put all together.
Well, I'm just annoyed because I don't have that much time to edit. Now it's going to be stupid annoying. My computer is also really hot. I don't know if like Zoom was just like freaking out, so it was like running really hard. Like I got out my little cooler thing that I was using on my broken computer just when it was restarting because it's like warm to the touch. It's really weird. It doesn't usually get. Usually the only program that makes it run like crap is my slicer.
Yeah.
Guess I should have gotten the upgraded memory stick, but I didn't think I was gonna need it. Okay, I'm really annoyed though because that's gonna be really stupid.
Okay, you want to just jump right in case?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, we're following Luffy and Kobe now. Our next goal, which Kendra definitely remembers, is we're going to go find Luffy a crew. He needs a crew if he's going to become the Pirate King. And the first person he learns about is Zoro, this famed pirate hunter that apparently has killed hundreds of pirates and seems to be a bad dude. You drop his name, people freak out. Kobe tells him that he's being held at a marine base, and Luffy's like, "Okay, let's go get him." And Kobe thinks he's crazy, but they go ahead and they head to their next location, which is an island where Zoro is being kept.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they're gonna go get Zoro. I did know that.
Yeah, I mean, he was the only person you mentioned by name when you were describing things, so I figured you would remember. But
yeah,
and his
and
full name is
he's like attached to like a cross or something.
right.
Like
Yeah,
he's Jesus.
yeah, and his full name is Roronoa Zoro, which really rolls off the tongue there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they get to the island. They find him kept in a yard, basically in this big dirt yard, tied to a big wooden cross made out of logs, and it's clear he's being punished for something and being held captive. Um, so we're introduced to him. A little girl comes and tries to feed him and keep him alive because apparently his agreement and his punishment is that he has to survive 30 days tied to the stake in the yard with no food. So he's on 10 days left, I think, or something like that. And he's ready to get out, but he's real hungry. It turns out this whole Navy base and island is being run by Captain Morgan and his douchey son, who, God, his name was like Helmoppin. Shit, is that right? Yeah, it was a weird name. I'm going to type it in my 12 words per minute. Bear with me. Captain Morgan's son One Piece. First thing that pops up.
Hell yeah.
Helmeppo. Dang it. That was close. So Helmeppo is this douchey guy who thinks he can just run the city however he wants because his dad is captain and his dad is in charge. And it turns out that his dog was going on a rampage through town and, scaring people, getting into the food. And this little girl stood up to the dog, but then Zoro stepped in and hit the dog and punched this dude. And then his punishment was to be on the stake. So that's why he's there. And this is the same girl that's feeding him. So she's guilty and trying to keep him alive. And once Luffy learns about all of this, he's like, oh, okay, these Navy guys, these Marines, they're not very nice. Weird stuff's going on here. So he decides that he's going to free Zoro and convince him to join his crew. Helmeppo also reveals that he's going to go outside of his agreement and execute Zoro the next day instead of letting him survive and then letting him leave. So that's when Luffy punches him in the face and goes to the naval base to really mess things up.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So Luffy talks to Zoro a little bit and says, okay, I'm going to get your swords back, but only if you join me, this and that. And reluctantly, he agrees. And he's like, you're crazy. You can't take on a naval base by yourself. So, I mean, it's kind of a moot point because you're going to die. But yeah. And then he sees that Luffy is this rubber man and has these weird powers, and he's intrigued.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then Luffy storms the naval base, and then we meet Captain Morgan. What did you think of good old Captain Morgan?
Which one's Captain Morgan?
He was the big guy with the axe for a hand.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I'd want an axe for a hand, but it happens.
He had quite a character design, but he kind of rules this city with an iron fist and, has no mercy for people, executions. He's basically one of those guys. He's like, if you're weak, you're worthless, and I'm strong, so I'm the best. Is really what he's about.
Yeah. My computer is like running real slow right now.
Oh, yeah. You're starting to cut out.
I don't understand. It's got to just be Zoom because it works literally so good in every other situation except for the splicer. But the splicer sucks on everyone's computer. It's not just mine. Yeah. I've looked it up.
Yeah, that makes it's hard to run on anything really.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was having a hard time remembering people's names. I literally watched it twice.
At the beginning, you said you didn't know how you felt about Captain Morgan, though. You actually called him out by name, so I thought I was safe.
No, I don't know how I feel about the fact that someone is named Captain Morgan.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Luffy's able to storm the base. He takes Helmeppo hostage, gets Zoro's swords back, and then they break him free. And what did you think about Zoro's sword style? Was there anything unique about that?
Wait, I remember this moment where he says what his sword style is. Is it that he uses 3 swords or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
He uses a 3 sword style. So he holds the third one in his mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, hardcore.
That's hot.
Oh, yeah. So hot.
Hell yeah.
So him and Luffy are able to bring down these pirates. Well, they're not pirates. He brings down the Navy people who are acting like pirates. And yeah, once they usurp Captain Morgan, the whole crew is like, oh, thank God.
They keep calling them Marines, and Marines aren't sea people. It bothered me.
In this world, they are.
Well, listen, I live in the real world, or some version
and
of
I mean,
it.
Marines are army-oriented on boats.
Yeah, I don't really understand how the armed services work, so I'm not going to even try to provide...
Well, Marines do use boats, so I mean...
Well, yeah, I mean, there's Air Force people who don't fly planes, you know?
Yeah, but there's only one force in this world, and it's the Marines.
Whatever, man.
Whatever, man. Yeah, and then they are still pirates at the end of the day, so they kind of half get run out of town, half not. But I guess this is episodes 2 and 3 kind of together. Yeah, they kind of leave town. Luffy is able to, have a little fight with Kobe before he leaves to make it look like Kobe is not a pirate since he wants to be a Marine. And the new Marine captain agrees to take Kobe on as a Marine, even though he knows that Kobe has partaken in some pirate activities for the last couple of years on Alvida's ship.
Kobe died in a helicopter crash.
What?
Kobe Bryant.
Oh, that's where you're going.
I think that he knew that in a couple weeks the world was going to go to shit, and so he just peaced out.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
He's like, I've seen this. I'm ready to go to the next world. Yeah. So that's Luffy and Zoro are able to take their little dinghy. Their little dinghy. And they are able to sail on. And it's revealed that they're trying to head towards the Grand Line, which is like this band on the planet where it is said that the One Piece has been buried. So it is like a pirate graveyard, shipwrecks.
So I just have a question, because this show has been going on for 23 years. Are they still searching for the One Piece?
Yeah, I don't think they find it. I think when they find it, the show is over.
Oh.
Yeah.
How much time has passed? Well, I know we're talking about the beginning, but like how much time has passed in show?
Quite a bit. I don't know myself because these are literally the only 3 episodes or 5 episodes I've watched.
Yeah.
But at some point there is a jump in time too. There's like a time skip. So they age and it's like later on. So it covers a good span of time, I would say.
I see.
Yeah, a little more realistic with their searching patterns. It was also very interesting. They showed a map of like the world at one point, and it's really like one strip of Earth that goes around the whole planet, like a halo. And then on either side is an ocean. So there's just one ring of land around the planet and everything else is ocean. So I guess it makes sense that, so many ships are used. There's so many pirates. But it's kind of interesting to see. And then the Grand Line in relation to that is where the treasure is supposed to be buried. I'm taking a wild guess and saying it's probably not there if they haven't found it yet. And it's 1,000 episodes in, but that could just be me. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of the first 3 episodes. I don't know if you had any additional questions or anything else you wanted to go into, what your overall thoughts were.
I just wish that I could do a better job paying attention. It's not that I don't want to. And I even watched it twice because when I watched it the first time, I was like doing some school stuff. And so I was like, oh, I should watch it again because I wasn't like fully focusing.
Yeah, probably the way that Kendra needs to watch things is you like take her phone, you take a computer, you take all avenues of distraction away, and then she'll pay attention.
I'm like my students, so
yeah.
I understand their struggles, but
right. So
I mean, it was interesting though. Like, I actually wanted to watch it again because I was like, "Oh crap, I didn't pay attention," and then, you know.
Oh yeah. So, is it something you might watch a little more in the future? Or?
Well, I'm also intimidated by the fact that there's like 1,033 episodes. So no, probably not.
I meant for more like maybe future episodes, but
oh, yeah. I think what I need is an abridged version of every anime.
I wonder. I'm surprised. Is there an abridged One Piece?
I should have like searched to see if there's even just like some sort of short recap, but
yeah,
because like when I watch the abridged Dragon Ball Z, I pay attention like so good because it's funny, you know?
Yeah. It's a little more modernized and a little more on the comedy side.
It says One Piece abridged, but there's only 15 episodes. One Piece abridged parody. Kaz does a thing.
So you probably won't get too far.
These the One Piece, there's like 15 of them, and they're from 11 years ago.
It's been a while.
Yeah, maybe the are just like, no, if you can't watch this IRL, then you don't get to.
You don't get to. I mean, I'm sure you could read like a plot summary of each episode.
Yeah, well, I pulled that open on my screen, and then I was like reading through it, and I was like, none of this really sounds familiar.
I have no recollection of this.
It's rough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Overall, I think I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I think so far, and even just the early episodes, they do just enough of like dropping new terms and new things to be like, oh, what is that? And then, an episode later, they talk about it again and you get some more information. So it's kind of like a steady information flow instead of just dumping everything on you at once.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought the pace of the first 3 episodes were good. And I also thought the quality was pretty good for being, I don't remember what year these originally aired, but oftentimes when you go back to original episodes of an old anime like Dragon Ball, it's kind of hard to watch. But I didn't think this one was hard to watch at all. I thought it held up really well. And yeah, I actually enjoyed it. I might continue watching it. So,
oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So maybe Jackie will have someone else to talk with on her One Piece.
Maybe she doesn't want to talk about it with you. Maybe she only wants to talk about it with Dakota.
That could be. But then I'll at least know what the heck they're talking about.
That's true.
As they go back and forth. So yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. I'll probably add it to the repertoire of things to watch.
I tried to enjoy it.
You tried, but you couldn't remember. And then I couldn't remember if in Jackie's request, who requested this episode, if she wanted us to do like a little, maybe a character quiz instead of.
Oh, let's just do one, even if she didn't request it.
Okay,
she did say that she likes those anyway, so. Or maybe Greta did.
Yeah. So the only thing I'll say is we might not know all the characters on this list, but I think she'll at least get a.
I pulled open the thing for Kobe, and he really has a glow up.
I haven't looked.
I was like, "Whoa, is this the same guy?" Like, I was really confused.
See, I told you he was just in an awkward phase. He's getting there.
I mean, I'm 31 and I'm still in an awkward phase.
There you go. Maybe one day you'll be there.
I got this hat at Target. It's kind of warm, but I thought it was pretty fly. I wore it today because I didn't feel like washing my hair.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Okay, start quiz.
There's
so we're 20 taking questions. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean we'll be quick. They look like pretty easy to answer ones. So number 1, which one sounds like a good purpose for a pirate?
Mm-hmm.
Becoming notorious, becoming undefeatable, finding more treasure, or finding loyal allies?
Which one sounds like a good purpose for a pirate? Finding more treasures.
Nice. I put being notorious because pirates like that.
Hell yeah. How would you celebrate a huge victory after a tough battle? Who's that guy wearing a Speedo?
I do not know his name.
Okay. Eating and drinking. That's very like Viking, I feel like.
Yeah.
Meditation, party, and cooking. I'm going to go with eating and drinking because that's a party. You don't need to have a separate party.
Oh, I'm going party. No, we're going party.
I'm going to have a food fight. What position would you like to have as a ship crew? Captain, soldier, navigator, or chief engineer? I'm going to pick navigator.
I'm going to be a soldier. I don't know about the whole captain thing.
Oh, captain, my captain?
Yeah. Which of the following words describes you better? Funny, serious, cute, sexy.
None of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess out of this.
I'm torn between funny and cute, I guess. I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna put funny because you just laughed at what I said. So sure. There you go. Yeah.
I put serious.
Wow, you're too serious.
Oh yeah.
What is your favorite weapon in a battle? What's a hockey?
I don't know.
A sword, a big gun, or my body?
My body.
I've always wanted to sword fight, so I'm going to pick that one.
It can mean, ambitious, willpower, drive is hockey, apparently. Oh. So your inner power.
Yeah.
What'd you pick?
I picked sword because I want a sword fight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Since we're pirates, I'm going to go with big guns.
Wow. Some pirates have swords, so.
Yeah, both.
Mm-hmm.
Which one sounds like a plan? Defeating every other pirate in the world, becoming a master of martial arts, finding the love of your life, or becoming a well-known model or influencer? What?
I feel like only one of these is actually related to being a pirate. I mean, I guess maybe finding the love of your life a little bit. I'm going to pick defeating every other pirate in the world.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one.
What would be your biggest fear as a pirate? That was not the right accent. Losing my crew, being humiliated in a battle, dying in a battle, or living a boring life.
I'm gonna go with being humiliated in a battle.
I'm gonna go with living a boring life because if you're a pirate's life for me. Whatever.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, if you were a hockey user, what would you use it for? Which is like this willpower. Probably comes up later in the show. Defeat my enemies, become invincible, help others, or gain more money.
Am I supposed to be answering like pirate, Kendra?
I guess however you want to answer, I'm going to put defeat my enemies.
I'm going to say help others because I want the pirates to have a good rap.
There you go.
Yeah.
What was the most fun thing about being a pirate? Adventures, adrenaline, oceans, traveling.
Adventures.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Which of the following nicknames would you prefer to have as a pirate? That guy's got to look.
The king, the master, the queen, and the diva.
I'm going to pick the diva.
We'll do the master. I feel like there's only 4 possible characters in this quiz.
What if we get the same one, even though we've been picking different answers?
What is your most iconic feature? Kindness, determination, attractiveness, or charisma?
Determination.
Nice. That is what I was going to put too.
Should a pirate show mercy to his enemies?
I think it's okay. Yes.
Sure. Oops, I got an ad. It's a noble ad because I look at CrossFit shit all the time. What is the most difficult daily life task? Being disciplined, being on time, waking up, doing makeup. Honestly, I'm gonna pick doing makeup because I just can't.
I'm gonna pick waking up.
I just put the foundation on and I'm good. Oh, I had half an edible last night before I went to bed. And I was like so groggy when I woke up. Like I got out of bed like 50 minutes after my alarm went off.
Nice.
And that's how come I didn't take Memphis for a walk because I didn't have time. Yeah. Which one sounds like a real adventure? What is going on in this picture?
Who knows?
Fighting the Sea Kings, finding the lost sword of the king, exploring a deserted island, or spending the night at a club. Why is there always one answer that's like not piratey?
I'm going to explore a desert island.
I picked finding the lost sword of a king.
I guess that'd be a deserted island, not a desert island. Which part of the blue seas would you like to live in? Red line, north blue, east blue, none.
I don't know anything about this, but I say always go north.
The red line is the land, and then the blues are either ocean.
Well, I want to live in the North Ocean, I guess.
I'm going to live on the land.
What would be the biggest challenge of sailing in the One Piece world? The weather, other pirates, seasickness, or loneliness?
I mean, other pirates in my mind.
Yeah, because they're trying to get your booty.
Yeah.
Which one is your priority? Family, friends, love, or career? Career as a pirate.
That was the same picture you have in your background.
Oh, yeah, it is.
What is your go-to stress reliever? Eating, walking, music, or sleeping?
What if I want to walk and listen to music?
For this quiz, you got to pick one.
Because pirates don't listen to music. How do you deal with the negative comments of others? Laugh it off. Make them regret it. Ignore them. I don't get any negative comments.
I'm going to go ignore.
Yeah, I guess me too. Final question. Oh, it said that. I was just saying that. It's like I knew. What is the most awkward part of a first date? That guy's beard doesn't match his hair, and I don't like that.
Well, he's clearly a disguise because he's the yellow blonde guy in your picture. So,
kissing, if there is any. Silence. Me being shy. My dates are not awkward.
I'm gonna put.
That's a lot of confidence.
Awkward silence.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna put. Now we're gonna get the same thing.
Yeah, I think this quiz must not have a lot of options.
I got Zoro.
I did too. God damn it. This is what I get for picking the first quiz that pops up, probably.
You are the most loyal friend one could ever have. Just like Zoro, protecting your loved ones is your priority, no matter what. And you would even give your own life to save your family. But you also have an ambitious warrior inside you who'd never give up on his or her dreams. Your anime age is 21. However, your actions seem to be more mature than that. BTW, your crush is Nami, and you'd love to spend the rest of your life with her. And about hockey, you are eligible for becoming a hockey user, but that is mostly because of your ambitious warrior side. So you would have to go the extra mile to achieve such powers. Your bounty is 60 million berries. Hi. I feel like a Gen Z person made this because you don't say would've to go. That would've is not a proper conjunction.
Right.
Or contraction. Anyways, so we're Zoro, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll find a better quiz that has more options. Need to do some research.
Yeah.
There must have been only 4 options of that.
I don't really know. Remember that one where we both kept getting Paul or whatever?
Yeah.
Or no, you were getting the girl I don't remember. We changed our answers. We kept getting the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the Dune one. Yeah, so anyway, that's episodes 1 through 3 of One Piece. So.
Kinda episodes 1 through 3.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, I definitely watched them.
I mean, I definitely watched them twice, you know.
Right. So yeah, I enjoyed it, and I'll probably at least continue a little bit. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we can make this one kind of short since I have to splice together 2 halves of a video in 6 hours. Yep. Do you have anything to, plug?
I guess just those like documentaries I listed off earlier. They're all good time. So the Woodstock 99 one's pretty funny. So go watch that if you haven't. It's a train wreck, which is also what it's called. So
you're a train wreck.
Yep.
I'm gonna plug my Dices. BrokenBowDiceShop.com/shop. I also have 3D printed masters on there now, and I already sold a couple. So Hell yeah. And you can find our website at bit.ly/5mmpod. You can send us an email to 5FIVE more minutes pod@gmail.com. You can like and subscribe on like every podcast app pretty much. Download our episodes, leave us a rating and a review. We're gonna try to plan a giveaway or something maybe. Yeah. And you can follow us on our socials at 5MMPOD. And don't forget to share us with your friends and family, your friends who are your family, and your family who's more like friends and family.
Yeah. With that, we'll clock out till next time.
Bye.
Bye.